Hello, I'm Andy.
And I'm Jamel.
Welcome to the additional content for CAMRA's Modern Homebrewer book.
You'll have seen that each chapter has a QR code which takes you to a landing page on the Malt Miller's website.
On that page, you'll find links to relevant videos, references, and web content to help enhance your experience of the book.
The Malt Miller team have produced these educational and instructional videos to either underline key points or to add to the learnings of each chapter.
As always, we encourage you to like and subscribe to the Malt Miller's YouTube channel, where you'll be able to interact with the team via the comments box.
We hope you're enjoying the book and this additional content.
Calculating the correct amount of yeast to pitch into your beer might seem a little bit complex. However, while there are some really good guidelines and tools available to help you calculate the correct amount of yeast to pitch into your beer, it's only one component into what goes into making your beer fantastic. For a full breakdown of the calculations of how to work out how much yeast you need to pitch into your beer, check out this section in the fermentation chapter of our book. One thing we have now, which we didn't have in the past, is some fantastic online software that really helps break this down and make it far simpler to understand how much yeast you need to grow to pitch into your beer. These tools are available via many different outlets and on lots of homebrewing retailers' websites, such as More Beer in the USA or the Malt Miller in the UK. They provide a quick and easy way to work out the amount of yeast cells you need to grow dependent on the beer style you're planning to brew and the strength of that beer. You simply input the batch volume for the amount of beer that you're planning to brew and the original gravity that you're aiming for. The tool will then calculate exactly how many yeast cells you need for that particular batch of beer. Now, many liquid yeast strains will tell you how many viable yeast cells were in the packet when it was packaged. The amount of cells will diminish over time, even with good storage. So the tools here allow you to input the production date of that yeast, and it will give you a rough idea of the expected viability or living cells within that packet of yeast. You can see in the example shown here, we're brewing a 20 litre batch with a starting gravity of 1044, so need 164 billion cells. Our yeast, when packaged, had 200 billion viable cells, but it was over a month ago. So currently, the viability check shows that we have around about 140 billion cells. So we need to produce a 1 litre starter, which will get us to the required amount of cells we need for this batch of beer. Should you be brewing a beer that's either larger in volume or has a higher gravity, you may need to repeat the starter step a number of times to get to the desired cell count. Following these steps, each time you produce a starter will give you the confidence to know that you're pitching the right amount of yeast cells within a degree of accuracy into your beer for a healthy fermentation.